Hello, family. So, here is the update for January. There's nothing to update. Right now, we're still on track for our family vacation in June, which is just a little over 5 months away. Getting really, really excited about this. Just talking to family, mom and dad, and people. And so it's really gearing up now. What I'm going to be doing is posting a couple things in this group, a couple like survey type things. I really want everybody to get involved in this. Everybody, even if you don't even think you're going, uh, just so we can get it out there and get ideas. For instance, if you're not going or you're like, oh, I don't know, throw something in there because it might spark an idea for somebody else. So, and it's fun to do. I mean, come on. You can only be on Farmville so much. Anyway, so I'm going to put a couple group things in here as far as because the one thing that I did say about this trip, I want it to be a lot more structured than the last family trip we did back in 2012. So with this one, what we're going to be doing is there will be a family picture. And, where do we want that family picture to be? Do we want it on Main Street? Do we want it in front of the castle? Stupid things like that I would like to have figured out before we go. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's things like that because our family is ultra dramatic sometimes, we really don't need to fight about when we're there. It's like, okay, where are we going to have the picture? Well, I want to do it there. Well, I want to do it there. I don't want to do it there. Let's do it here. That's too far to walk. My scooter's not charged. Whatever. Let's pick it. We're going to have more of an itinerary for this trip. There will still be lots of wiggle room. I mean, I'm literally only planning one, unless people want more, but one like meal where we're all together. And that's going to be a survey question. Where do you guys want to eat? Plaza Inn, French Market, Blue Bayou. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, keeping cost in mind and everything. But, that's the idea. So, because one of the things I want to do ahead of time is contact Disney and say, hey, if we have a large group, should we call Disney Dining or should we let the restaurant know ahead of time that day to make sure that we have a table to accommodate? Because I don't want people sitting here, 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 and here. So I'd like to get an idea of where people want to eat so I can start coming up with an itinerary of things to do. So when I do have an actual update of here's where we're staying, here's how much it costs, here's what to expect, I have more to give you. So I'm going to come up with a couple things and put them here in the group. Please sound off on it, on what your interests are, and that way everybody has a general idea. And again, the dates are pretty much still locked down, the 13th through the 20th. We're going to know more details about carpooling and costs and shared costs and rooms and stuff in the months to come. We've got plenty of time to plan that kind of things. I do have some things lined up already as a backup plan and stuff, but I want to have a little bit more firmed up information before I start sharing here. We've had some really good ideas so far about places to go and things to do during that week. And I also just want to throw this out there. I don't think it necessarily needs to be said, but I'm just going to throw it out there anyway. This trip, while we do have days set and stuff, because that was a general consensus from people based on availability, I don't want people to get hung up on an idea that this is going to be this astronomical, expensive trip. We're doing everything we can to keep costs down because Disney's not cheap. If you see my blog, I talk about costs all the time. And I encourage you, read my blog, because actually I have a post from last week and one today that I'm going to be posting about updates that are coming to the park this year. So when we go in June, there's going to be a lot of cool things to do that are Frozen related and Cars Land and everything. So if you haven't been for a while or you've gone a couple months ago, it's going to be different in June. So check out my posts that I have on my blog, Disney the Noble Way, and if anything, it'll get you more excited. But the one thing, going back to what I was originally saying, is we're keeping costs in mind and stuff. And if 7 days does not work for you, that's okay. I don't want you to feel that you're obligated to do something, especially when it comes to the rooms. I am going to do, lastly, if a little thing saying, are these dates, is it too much or too little? because I want to get a general consensus from everybody. I don't want it to be one person that says, that's too long. I want it to be a majority of people that say it's just right, too long, blah, blah, blah. The dates, however, we're going in June. That's not going to change. I'm just throwing that out here right now because that is the prime month to go for everybody, both work-wise, school-wise, everything, and heat-wise. My mother can't do heat, and you all know that, and I can't do heat because I don't do melting in the sun. So June in Anaheim is still very comfortable. Highs are in the 70s. It's just very, very comfortable. So that's not changing. But dates, within that time period of the 13th through the 20th can change. If everybody says, hey, Dustin, we don't want to do 7 days, we'd only rather do 5 days, that's what we can do if that's the consensus. Because I want to be mindful of people with costs and everything. And if 5 days is all we want to do, there's a lot of ideas about what else to do other than Disneyland, like Universal Studios and Medieval Times and Hollywood and stuff. But if you guys don't want to do that, or you want to trim it down a little bit, let's throw that out there. Let's get that out there now, so there is an understanding of what we're doing. And then I will know what to do as far as lodging goes and things like that. For those of you who, if you already have plans of where you're staying and whatever, okay, more power to you. If the idea is that all of us are staying there for 7 days, the whole week in June, on vacation, and then there is the one person that says, I can't do that, I got work or whatever, there's no hard feelings, there's no nothing. If you need to bow out early or come late, then that's totally fine. The idea is that we're together a majority of the time. So if we know that most of us are going to be there midweek, then that is when we can plan our family dinner, our family photo picture. There's a lot of cool things coming to the park this year, parades and stuff for the 60th. If we want to plan 3 o'clock on Wednesday, we're all going to meet for the parade in front of the firehouse on Main Street. We can all meet there, and it's a photo opportunity and things like that. That way, everybody kind of gets a good opportunity to I'm saying opportunity a lot, to be together and share in those moments as a family. So I'm going to be posting some things in the group. Please comment on them. Please add your feedback, so we can get a general consensus of what everybody wants to do. And but that's the update I have so far. There is definitely more to come as we start ramping this up as far as costs and everything goes. Keep an eye on this group page on your Facebook, because there's definitely more to come. So look forward to it, seeing you guys, and here we go, 2015.